week's gone and Celtic took a trip to Tynecastle today, 10 points behind early season leaders Rangers with 2 games in hand. Hibs assistant manager Billy Brown was back at his old workplace today to watch the game. For Neil Lennon last season, going to Gorgie was grim and certainly never dull.
Black drives forward, thinks about the shot, deflected, goal! Sledley goes in, that could be a back tackle, the referee goes straight to his pocket and it's a straight red card. It's a perfect ball and it's a perfect finish for David Templeton. It's a shout for handball, it looked like a hand. It's Neil Lennon's turn to take the walk up the tunnel.
Gary Hooper, 1-0. He should have a red card. He's done it again. Great skill, great goal, but it's a second yellow for Commons. He's off.
Here's the Hearts team Celtic played this time around. Paulo Sergio recalled Egert Jonsson, Rudy Scatchell and David Templeton in place of Abua Tawil and Stephen Elliott. 3 changes for Celtic as well. The return of Chris Commons in place of Kayal, Badr El Kaduri instead of Ledley. Fraser Forster took over in goal from Zaluska. Best of the match with Paul Mitchell.
Ian Black standing over the free kick. Black sends it through, Stevenson's in behind the defence and forces a save from Fraser Forster. Well, he was played onside. Mastorovic gave him a yard and Stevenson almost made Celtic pay. He's back at Tynecastle, back on the touchline. Hamill swings it in, Mastorovic away. They're on the volley by Saliukas, almost touched in by Templeton. And Key makes the block. Well, Marius Saliukas with a shot from the header from Mastorovic. Not sure if Templeton actually got a touch. Ball thumped against the post and then Key blocked the second effort. Wanyama set it on and it's come out wide. Granger makes a mistake. Forrest has got pace. Clips the ball across. Bangura, good save. Not sure he got the power in the header he was looking for. Granger presented it to Forrest. Forrest with a great cross in. Bangura was free. Perhaps should have finished that. First thing Commons. Kahuri blocked by Hamill. Back onto Commons. That's another save. And again Jamie McDonald for Hearts just guarding the post. Good play from Celtic. Hearts expecting the ball in the box. It was a well-worked move. Lucas Long. Might fall Hearts' way. Stevenson goes in. Mastorovic. He just got a touch on the ball. 1 or 2 claims. And Stevenson was impeded. Mastorovic stretching out there. Vladimir Romanov watching on from the centre stands. And there's Hearts of a congregation around the ball. Forster. Got across way to his left-hand side. Hamill goes in, the wall splits, and Forster comes across to make the save. And the ball goes behind. It's a good save from the Celtic goalkeeper. Commons came to block but turned his back, exposed a space, and Forster made the save. The Hearts have won the last 3 home games in the SPL without conceding. Going on the back foot here, Bangura. Onto Commons, from his left onto his right. And parried away by Jamie McDonald. Well, Chris Commons comfortable to strike with either foot, this time the right foot, plenty of power. So wide onto Hamill, and the pressure from Forrest gives it away. Bangura with a shot, deflected. And from a Hearts point of view, fortunate it goes up and over the top. Hamill was loose here, Bangura controlled it well, broke off Danny Granger. Corner, Mulgrew up against Stevenson. Mulgrew again. The ball goes behind, it's a goal kick. That was appeal for handball. And Stevenson had his back to him. And the ball simply hit his hand. No great intent, and Mulgrew stumbled. Hamill with a throw. Not long, no Celtic player challenging. Templeton on to Scatchell. 1-0 Hearts, 15 minutes gone. The hero is Rudy Scatchell. Celtic didn't deal with a high ball. They let it come down to earth. Templeton touched it down. And Rudy Scatchell simply dispatched the ball past Fraser Forster. It's a great strike from Rudy Scatchell. Commons trying to get away from Black. He's overrun it. And he's gone over the top on Adrian Manovic. He's off. What an easy decision for the referee. Well, Chris Commons, who was sent off here in the 3-0 win in May, goes over the top of the ball. Key. Manovic tries to play the ball away. Templeton surrenders possession. Stokes will play it back out wide again. Key has Wilson outside, and Wilson is onside. And tests the keeper. Well, Celtic down to 10 men with the departure of Chris Commons. They're still searching strongly for the equaliser. Starwich away, going to Danny Granger. It's a chase for Wilson and Templeton. Templeton keeps it in. It's on to Ryan Stevenson. Past the goalkeeper and in. Ryan Stevenson will wrap up the points for Hearts. Well, he looked initially offside, but it'll be a different phase of play. Clever from Templeton and calm from Ryan Stevenson. It was Mulgrew on the line who threw out an arm. But Templeton's clever back heel, the calmness of Ryan Stevenson, and Hearts lead at Tynecastle by 2-0. Misery for Celtic.
There's no point in getting carried away just because we beat Celtic. We have to go and beat, every team in the league, and that's going to be very difficult. As I say, we played very well today, and I thought we deserved the result, but we can't just play like that today and then you go in 2 weeks' time and not apply ourselves in the same manner.
We conceded a poor goal in a period where we were in the ascendancy, particularly after half-time. We had decent control of the game. My biggest bugbear about today is the amount of good chances we missed. We were flagrant in front of goal, wasteful. And away from home, the longer the game's 0-0, you give the opposition encouragement. And I thought if we'd have got a goal, it would have opened Hearts up, and we'd have maybe won the game more comfortably. But the first goal changed the nature of the game, and then we lost our discipline. One player lost his discipline and let us down badly.
Not happy, doesn't quite cover it for Neil Lennon. That was your first time back at Tynecastle since being sacked by Hearts. Did it feel a bit strange, Billy?
It certainly does. I didn't think I'd be back as quick, but we play Celtic in the League Cup, and it's part of my job to go and look at the games and look at the teams. It was strange to go back there, but probably better to go back and get over with.
Does it feel? Do you feel better about going into that League Cup tie in 3.5 weeks' time than you would have done a couple of weeks ago because of Celtic's situation and also Hibs?
Yeah, well, I think there's been a gradual progression in our performances. We've looked quite good yesterday, although we got beat. It was a good step up from previous weeks, and every game we've got a wee bit better. And it gives you heart to be able to take on Celtic, because they're not doing as well as what they were, and we're on an upward climb a wee bit.
I think this confirms that Celtic aren't doing as well as they were, because this was pretty awful defending from them, wasn't it, in the lead up to goal number 1?
Well, why Mastorovic didn't go and head that is beyond me. He's a centre half. He's a big, commanding centre half. He just goes and heads it and gets it out of the way. And as soon as it's dropped to Rudy Scatchell, and he's a really, really good striker of the ball, Rudy. And there was only one place that was going to end up.
Ryan Stevenson may be a fraction offside there, difficult to tell, but I guess it's clutching at straws for Celtic to even be looking at that at this stage, and he finished it off pretty well, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think Ryan, you can't blame the linesman for not getting that right, but great inventive play from David Templeton, and a great finish for Ryan, and Templeton's got that in his locker. He's a really, really good player, actually, and that was a good goal, and at that stage, much deserved for Hearts.
That'll do Paulo Sergio a whole lot of good today, because I think maybe up till now the Hearts fans have probably been wondering what all the fuss was about the new manager, because he hasn't exactly set the place alight.
Well, no, he hasn't, and the 2 previous results, kind of went against him a wee bit. But being Celtic is a big result for him. I think he was under a lot of pressure there today. But when you're at Hearts and Hibs, you're under pressure to get results, and that'll do him a power of good. He could maybe increase his lease on his flat for a wee while longer now.
Maybe just a wee while longer. Chris Commons certainly made an impact, didn't he, for obvious reasons later on. But early in the game, well, you saw exactly why he brings Celtic to life at times.
Well, he's a really good player, and he's dangerous. He's got a good shot. Hasn't played in the last few weeks, for some reason, But today, he did really well, shooting and things like that. But I mean, what he did here, after his team going 1-0 down is absolutely crazy. And I thought Neil summed it up quite well. You know, he's let his teammates down because there's 25 minutes to go there, and you know, they're well in the game at the time, and after that they're no chance. There are a couple of flurries, but they're no chance of winning after that.
There was a rare sighting in the stand of the Hearts owner, Vladimir Romanov. I take it you were over exchanging pleasantries with him?
Not at all. You know, I've never had much to do with him when I was there, and I don't intend having much to do with him since I've left. He left with 20 minutes to go there. You know, he was catching his private jet back to Lithuania.
I love the look on the face of the security officer there. The fear of death was in her eyes. How sore are you about what happened, about being sacked by Hearts?
Well, you know, I'm not sore any longer. You know, these things hurt you. You know, Jim and I done exceptionally well there. I showed Hearts a lot of loyalty, and both I've been sacked twice there now, so I showed them a lot of loyalty. And when it come to the crunch, I got no loyalty back. So you know, I'm no hurt about it. I was offered a good job with an equally big club, and I've got a burning desire to do well there. And you know, everything's set up at Hibs for me to do well.
And talking of your new club,